Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of SimCity. Here we are in Avalon's Nest again, and hopefully you'll be able to see the name of the city and all the other numbers down the bottom there. If not, then I don't know how to fix it, because if you read the description in the last episode, the description box that is, basically I set up DxStory to record with the SimCity settings, not the Minecraft ones, and it completely ignored them. And what was strange is I remember as soon as I finished recording SimCity, I had to record some Minecraft. I went in and I changed all of the settings back, and yeah, I noticed later on, once I'd rendered the videos and uploaded them, that the top and bottom were missing, which is very frustrating. And if it's doing it again, you can't see it, then I have no idea how to fix that, because I've set it up like I did before. But anyway, we're going to be spending this episode in Avalon's Nest, and the next one I think we'll go back over to our mining city. And a while ago I felt like I wanted to move on, you know, like this city I was kind of done with, but as soon as we moved over to the other one I kind of got interested in this one again, so we will try and go between the two. Let's just get rid of that abandoned building. And this has become quite interesting now, because we've been constantly balancing and tinkering and playing around and getting this city running smoother and smoother, which is great. You know, the traffic problems have definitely eased up and things have been progressing. However, our population is down at the moment. You know, we had it at 120 at one point, but some of these figures are good. We do need some more jobs in the high wealth sector, but we have a lot more students enrolled. We have all our industrial freight being shipped out, which is awesome. Although I'm not quite sure what this bit means over here. Unfulfilled freight orders. And if you look at that actually, the amount of freight, if you deduct that from the total freight orders, that probably gives you the unfulfilled freight orders. So perhaps this is the amount of demand for goods in our city. I think that's what it is actually. That would make sense, considering on these ones it's total jobs and total goods, and it's adding up the yeah, this over on the left it's stuff in our city, and this column here is for things commuting in or things coming in. So we have no freight coming into our city, but that's the total demand. So I guess that means we should plop down some more industrial plots and start making some freight. But over here you can see we have some low level industrial and some high as well. These are all higher ones on this side. They were low before we built the universities, that is, and now they're high, except this little spot over here they're low, and they're going to have to abandon that. Not enough places to ship freight. I think that's where they want to send the freight into the city, into commercial regions, and we don't have a lot of those, because as I've built more, they generally just become abandoned a lot. It's very hard to balance everything on this game. It seems like all the demands and stuff, they don't ever even out, which is a little frustrating, but we're doing okay. So anyway, I've got a few ideas for what I want to do this episode. Just go around, check things out around the city, do some budget management as well. We're losing 9,000 per hour. I think we can do a lot better than that, and I've got some ideas for where we can trim the budget as well. But first of all, there's a couple of things I want to check out. One of them is the bus stops. I was looking at the approval rating, and this thing, you know, I talk about it from time to time, trying to improve it, but it feels like everything I do is just in vain. However, if we do a bit of budget management, you know, we're making lots of money, we've got lots of money, and when I say making lots of money, by the way, have a look at my monthly transactions. You can see we earn a large amount of money every month from all the freight shipments and things like that. I noticed there were a few comments from people saying, oh, this is rubbish, you're losing 10,000 an hour. But all those services that we're spending it on contribute to, you know, making money elsewhere that doesn't appear on that figure. So we've got some residential areas down here that are going to need a bus stop. One thing I've just noticed, no, I'm getting a little confused here. I was wondering why this road was green. That's because the university entrances are there, so don't really have to worry about that. Let's just plop down a couple more of these. And this road here I might rebuild as well. Some people said they didn't like how it looked, and it does look a bit derpy really, doesn't it? And that intersects the road, which isn't very good at all. So down here we have a couple of stops we can remove. These ones are completely pointless. We just need them in our residential areas. So this road over here clearly needs some bus stops. Let's just put these down over here. There we go. And are there any other patches that might need something? I think the one down the bottom here would probably be a good idea. And then we can remove some as well. So we've got 3 on this road to remove. 1 over on this side and 2 on the other. There it is. There we go. How much do they cost an hour? I've totally forgotten. Oh, we've got a load of noise over here at the City Hall. I can't see them now, I've forgotten where they were. Okay, right, so... yeah, that building and that one there. Let's destroy these quickly. Okay, good stuff. So, I got a tip in the comments that I want to check out. Apparently, if we go to the Education tab and click Guide Me, it looks like we might have to go through... oh no, this is it right here. Specialise in Education. Give it the old college try. Raise your population's intelligence with the best schools and deals with well-educated Sims, higher standards. Perform research at the university and improve your city. Make the most of high-tech industry and become a regional educational leader. So, guide me in how to do that, please. Is it going to do anything else? Okay, click for more. So that was just an achievement. Let's go and have a look at that one and see what the other ones... ah, here we go, City Specialization, okay. So we have selected ourselves for education like we did in the other city for coal. So there's a whole bunch of things here to do. Do you know, I think we should look at perhaps... in fact, in the comments, let me know. Perhaps we should do in the next couple of episodes, because I'm going to record a few here, but you give me your feedback, and maybe we should start trying to hunt down all of these achievements, because, you know, the game's been getting on a bit. We're about 20 odd episodes in, and maybe we should start trying to actually, you know, reach some sort of end game feeling, you know, get all the achievements down. For example, the multi-millionaire one, have 10 million in your treasury. We could definitely achieve that in this city. That would be quite easy. Pay off 1 million in banned debt. I think that means take out a loan for 1 million and then pay it back. All these things would be quite simple, so I think we should aim for this. Yeah, let me know in the comments. Leave a comment. Do you want to see me hunt down the achievements? I think that could be a really good idea to, you know, make this series really interesting again. Hopefully you're still finding it interesting. Right, we need college graduates. Okay. Well, the thing is, our university is all the way over here, and I'm not sure if, like, the proximity to the industrial area really has that much of a, you know, a difference, but I don't know. This game can be a little confusing. Anyway, so we have made ourselves an educational city, and yeah, I don't know really. Just going to have to sit back and see how that affects everything, but I have been given a few tips to do with budget management as well. Apparently we could turn this building off after we get the upgrade. It costs a lot per hour to run, actually. That would be a really good idea to turn all of that off. I'm not sure if it's going to take away any benefits that we have by shutting it down. But do I need the upgrade? And I don't think I do. Let's go and have a look. So it'll give us the metal decisions, which is not really what we need, and the electronics, which could actually be a really good one, because we can make processors in the city which make you a lot of money. In fact, that's a good goal to aim for right there, you know, getting processor production going. We've got plenty of space to build some processing factories. I think that's how it works. Let's go and have a look at the electronics. So I can just build a processor factory like that, and we've got tons of space down here to do that. It will provide jobs, it will provide high-tech industry. Why don't we actually just go ahead and build one of these, you know, why not? It looks like you can expand it with plots. I'm not sure how many, but let's just build it. How much is this? This is a lot of money, you know, 160,000. Should we just build it there? We're never really going to upgrade the city hall, are we? In fact, we could move the city hall. It's kind of taking up space there. And we could have a load of processor lots down the side here. And then we don't really need anything on the other side there, do we? Decision time. Okay, well, I'm going to look at it like this. If we had that there, so we had one there in the future, like, so it doesn't overlap with that road, then the next one would start a little further across from here, and that's provided that we move City Hall, which we could do. So I think I'm going to plop it down right there. That should give us plenty of space. And let's have a look at the amount of upgrades and stuff that you can get. So we have delivery trucks, sign, and assembly lines. Okay, that's interesting. Maybe each assembly line could provide us more jobs. That would be a fantastic way to balance things out. So I'm going to put down just the extra one for now, and we'll leave that running and see what happens. Does this cost? Yes, it does. It costs a fair amount per hour to run. And I was going to shut this down. Look how much money we would save. But do you know what? We want to get that extra headquarters, and then when we've got that, we can shut it down and save ourselves some money. And that has appeared to have upgraded itself. I wonder if that's because of the processor factory. Maybe that has some influence. Anyway, another place I was thinking about saving money was our power. So let's go and see what's happening with the solar power. You see, we are receiving 0 still. And people have said, click on the green button, click on this, click on that in the comments. And I already done it. I was clicking on the button in one of the previous episodes, and it wasn't doing anything, so it probably looked like I wasn't clicking. But look, I click now, and nothing has changed, so I don't know if it's open or closed. Oh, it did. It just changed. Awesome. Okay, now it's open again. Might have to keep my eye on that. But we're getting no power benefits. I mean, how do we say we want that? Do we have to produce less power in our own city to actually get that? Which is something I don't really like the sound of experimenting with. And now we have a red over our city specialization. That's weird. Out of resources. Oh. You have an oil refinery. Oh, do I need oil to make processors? No, alloys and plastics. Okay, let's go over here for now and just turn off the delivery of alloys and plastics here. And so hopefully they will get redirected into the processing area, and then maybe that'll start production. So that'll take a little bit of time. In fact, let's speed up the city. We've been running it on slow. So anyway, my idea over here was to trim the budget for power. If we have a look, we are producing 69 excess at the moment. Excuse me. So if I turn off just a couple of these, which are producing 30 each, so if we turn off 3, then we should go into the negative. In fact, we are sitting at 0. That's interesting. Okay, let's turn off one more. Still at 0. I'm wondering if the solar farm is going to provide us the extra amount that we need. Still says 0 over here, and we could go up to 3,000. Well, I really don't like the idea of experimenting, but we do have to find out, don't we? So I think we might be able to just turn all of these off. If each one of them does 30 and we have access to 3,000, in fact you can see there it says there's 3,000 available in the region. Hell's Jam, Biffington and Corralisburg. That is interesting. Let's stop buying from those two and see what happens. Oh no, wrong one. So we want to click on that. Still says 0. Still 3,000 available in the region. We're buying 49. It's very strange. Very, very strange. Let's turn off the whole thing and see what happens. And that has saved us a ton of money. Look at my income per hour. That has gone up by about 3,000, which is awesome. It looks so weird, doesn't it? I don't ever remember seeing it looking like that. Just loads of yellow circles flying around. But apparently we are okay. So maybe the solar farm is doing its job. And it might take it a while for it to update. Oh no, it's saying, look at that. Awesome. That is fantastic. Look how much money we've just saved per hour by shutting that down. It's probably a good idea to have this as a form of backup. However, we could probably even move this now, you know. If we wanted to, have a smaller farm somewhere else. Let's say we want the extra space to build more processor factories. We can downsize this, move it into another location. Whereabouts that would be, I do not know. But I'm sure we could find some space somewhere. And yeah, that's really good. I like that. And you know what I'm seeing down here? I'm seeing one of these big buildings and then two smaller ones. And I'm wondering if maybe I got rid of that, which doesn't have any effect on the like it affects the land value, but it doesn't affect the high-tech industry. But I was hoping they would go to a bigger size building as well. Anyway, let's have a look at the jobs quickly. That's gone down since we last looked at that. It was over 1,000, so that's very good. And I wanted to trim the budget in this episode, so we should wait. What am I looking at? Have a look at this and see where all our money is going. Taxes are fine, I think. Not had too many complaints about that. Could possibly like raise one or two of them up a little bit, but I don't think that's necessary. So spending a lot of money on waste disposal. I don't really think there's too much room to trim there. Sewage and water isn't taking up a lot. Power is taking up next to nothing. The government is taking up a fair bit. You know, we've got the city hall that hardly does anything. We could probably turn that off. I don't think that has any consequence to say we don't need this. I'm just wondering if we should look at some of the things it provides us and see if that's going to cause any problems. Let's just turn it off as an experiment. That'll save us a lot of money. You see, we have a Department of Education here, and now it's closed. I'm wondering, does that affect our universities? That could be a very bad thing. What does it affect? How are we going to tell if it's even doing anything? That's abandoned. Let's clear that up. There's a few other buildings as well. Where are they? Do not know. Oh, that one over there. Okay. Anyway, this isn't too important. By the way, I've unzoned all of the housing areas around here, so when the buildings become abandoned, they're not going to be replaced. And that area is really bad for germs and stuff, so they can just move out over time naturally. Now, I can't edit this and say, can we build another building? Because then it might say, no, you need the Department of Education. Actually, if we just go down to the tab here, we could build another university if we wanted to, so I think that means it's fine to shut down the City Hall. Should probably research the consequences of that, because it feels like one of those things that could have some consequences. Anyway, an idea just popped into my head. I've forgotten what it was now. That's not very good. Oh well. So let's keep looking at that budget. So we saved a ton of money on the government there. Fire and health, I feel like spending more money on health. Fire's probably okay. I think the helicopter is really effective because it's not affected by traffic. And look, that housing right there is returned. Okay, so how do we see what we want to see? There we go. 1 of 30 fires extinguished a day. 1 of 30. But also 0 buildings burned down per day. I don't know. It's hard to tell. You see, we have 1, 2, 3 fire truck garage. I'm going to shut down 2 of these fire truck garage. Oh, they're already shut down. That one is anyway. And that one. Okay. Well, we've got a fire truck, a hazmat, a fire marshal office, and ourselves a helipad, so I don't think we can really trim too much there. I was hoping we could shut something down, but yeah, maybe getting another helipad would be a good idea if fires became a problem in the future as well. So I want to spend more money on health. Policing is fine, I think. Education, or obviously dumping loads of money into that. Transport, I don't really think it's any good. It will do any good to trim that because it's all the what are they called? Streetcars. And so if we trim that, we're kind of encouraging more traffic, so there's no bus station anymore to shut down. Parks is probably something we could trim, but that would take a lot of time. And then city specialization, that is this building over here and a few other ones as well, so we need to keep trading. And oh, we have a water problem in the city that I've completely ignored. Oh no, let's slow the city speed down. This is bad. Oh my god, look how much. What's happened? Why did this close? Department of Utilities. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Okay, right, well, let's pause the game because I was thinking about this. I didn't say it, but there are regional departments as well. Yep, needed a Department of Education. And what was the other one we had as well? Oh, I can't believe that. So silly. Just not paying attention, rambling away. So Department of Safety. Okay, right, now if we go have a quick look at the hospital, you see the hospital just says it's closed because it's needing water. So let's open this back up, but close down the Department of Safety and see what happens, because that could save us $500 an hour. And I think what it is someone else in the region has the Department of Safety, but I have the other 2 departments. Anyway, I'm going to give the city some time to recover. Okay, we're slowly recovering. The approval rating plummeted, but now it's on the way back up. It's so silly. I was just not paying attention to the city, just talking and thinking too much. But the Department of Safety is still off. I think that's the one, and the hospital is still running, so someone else in the region has that, which is cool. Also, we are producing a lot of processors now, which should make us a lot of money. The material storage for the alloys and the plastics was full up a minute ago, so I added an extra couple of assembly lines, so maybe that'll be the way that we deal with all of these. We turn them into processors, which I think is going to be an interesting route to take. Another abandoned building. There have been loads of these popping up all over the place because of the water shortage. Also, I'm going to tick these back on for now. But I get this feeling like it will just send it to one place rather than distribute them between the two, which is what happened when we had multiple trade depots. But anyway, that is going to be it for this episode, and next episode I think I'm actually going to spend a little more time in Avalon because I'm really enjoying this at the moment, really interested in what's going on. So as always, thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time.